Welcome back to PinTech. Let me have a disclaimer on this video, as I don't have any video editing equipment, so this video has to be done in one take. So if I mumble or babble, because I'm not a very good speaker off the cuff or just straight out, please give some leeway. So anyway, this is a Nishijin Bowling Pachinko machine that I just restored, and this video is for the client to show him its operation. It doesn't really have a title, but it's called a bowling pachinko because in the center of the machine is a bowling alley, so hence the name bowling pachinko. These machines seem to be fairly rare. Any video I've seen of them online on YouTube, or any photos I've seen for sales on eBay and whatever, they don't show the back mechanism that's missing on these machines, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But there's a mechanism on the back of the machine that allows a very important function of the bowling alley to occur during gameplay. So let me go over the quick rundown of the gameplay, then I'll get into detail about the mechanism that's missing on these machines and that you can't see in operation. On this particular machine, we do have the mechanism, and I did get it to finally work. And what I believe what happens is, because it's a very delicate and intricate little mechanism, that it fails often, and so people remove it so that you could still play the game. Only you're missing one really cool feature of the game when it is missing. So let me go over the game real quick. The object of the game is to win balls, and how you do that is you shoot balls using this shooter mechanism right here into the play field. You shoot the balls up around this ball guide right here, which brings the ball to the top of the play field, and through gravity alone the ball falls through the play field through all the pins at a random fashion, and you try to get a ball to land in one of the pockets that are on the play field. There are two types of pockets on this particular machine, or I should say three actually. There's three stationary targets, that's this right here, or pockets, not targets. One here, and one here. These are stationary. They stay in the same state that they are when a ball enters the pocket. They don't open or close. On this particular pocket, there's a diverter mechanism up here, and it sends balls into the back of the machine either through the right side or to the left. It's random, depending on when the ball hits the spinner, how it hits the spinner. So that's a certain kind of mixed pocket, because this is actually stationary. It doesn't change its state. It stays the same dimensions when the ball can enter or leave. This machine also has the other type of pockets, which are called tulips. That's these four right here with the pink wings on them. And what the tulips do is they're mechanical pockets. When the ball enters the pocket, the wings open up. And what that does is it gives it a large opening now for the following ball to enter the pocket and give you a better chance of getting a jackpot. When the next ball enters the pocket, the wings close again to put it into this state, and that pays out the balls. So like I said, see, I get stuck in babble trying to describe these things. On this particular machine, the cool feature about the bowling alley is if you get a ball in the left gutter or the right gutter, through the back of the machine it sends the balls to one of the tulips. For instance, if you get a ball in the left gutter, it'll open up the left tulip over here, and that'll give you a chance of getting a bigger jackpot on the next ball that comes through. If you get a ball in the right gutter, this tulip opens, the right side tulip opens, again giving you a better chance of getting a jackpot. Now, if you get a ball directly down the bowling alley and hit the pins, it opens all four tulips at once, which is a really cool feature. It looks really nice. And another feature is if you get a ball in this tulip, it opens this tulip up. So you get two tulips, so you get two jackpots for that. And of course they're opened up wider, and you'll get a better chance of getting a jackpot. Now, what was going on with that mechanism in the back is, if you were to get a ball in this tulip right here, this should open up and give you a payout. That wasn't happening. A ball would get stuck in there until a following ball would go through, or a ball would go through the bowling alley, which would open up the tulip, free up the ball that's in there, and give you the jackpot. So you wouldn't lose the jackpot, you would just lose the continuous motion of a ball going through the tulip, opening the tulip and getting the payout. You wouldn't lose that ball per se. You would get that ball back if another ball goes into the bowling alley. And what happens is, a ball entering either of the tulips, it's all mechanical, and the weight of the ball is what triggers the mechanism to open up the tulips and then to close them once again. And the balls are very, very lightweight. What happens is when the ball enters this tulip, it also requires opening up this tulip, and it is connected to the mechanism in the back. So basically the weight of one ball has to open more than one tulip and control the mechanism in the back, which is a very large mechanism. So obviously it's very precise, the weight and balance on that unit in the back. And it could be that there's something missing, I don't know. This is the first machine I've seen with the full mechanism. So what I had to do is add some counterweights, which took a long time to figure out in order to get it to work. And now I'm saying we're at 85 to 90% where this is working as it should. So let me give a demonstration. I have the glass off the machine, and I'll install balls so you can see what's going on. This is the easiest way to do it because a lot of times you don't get jackpots when you're shooting the game. So if you get a ball in a stationary pocket, you get a pair of balls, and you see the jackpot light came on in the bowling alley. The pocket stayed the same. It didn't open or close. Now if you get a ball in a tulip, you get a payout, and you notice that the wings opened up. So look how large this pocket is now compared to these. Much larger. So now of course it's easier for a ball to get caught, and you get another payout. So obviously when tulips are open, that's your chance of getting the best jackpots, and that's what you want to get, is the tulips to open up. So I'll show you up here when your diverter. See, at that particular time it opened up the right tulip. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the right tulip every time. It's random. It could be the right tulip, the right tulip, the right tulip, and the left tulip. It's all random depending on how the ball goes through this diverter up here. So now we have this tulip is open. It closes up. And voila. And now I'll show you also when you get a ball in the gutter. I'll put it in the left gutter, and the left tulip opens. The right gutter ball, and the right tulip opens. So this is the only time gutters actually pay off in bowling. So now we'll get a ball down and try to get a strike. We opened up these two tulips. But now, let me close the tulips. Use a Q-tip or close the tulips, because you saw it opened up these two tulips when the ball went through the bowling alley. Okay, now we'll do it again, and you'll see all four tulips should open when you get a ball down the bowling alley. There they all opened up. That's a really cool feature. Now a ball in the top one. Play it off, close this. Now this one should close. But see, that's what happens with the weight. I still have to adjust the weight a little bit on that one. See, now it opens and pays, whereas before it didn't open. But it should close when the other ones close. So anyway, that's basically what's going on with that. If you keep winning, now see, I'm babbling again. Since we won so many balls, the ball feeder tray is now filled up with balls and they're backing up into the machine. When this situation happens, you want to press the overflow lever, which is right here, and it'll send the balls down to this overfill tray. So you pull the lever to the left, and now the balls are filling into the overflow tray. You have balls up in the hopper up here. When the balls in the hopper go low, this light will come on, denoting that your hopper is empty of balls in the back. And the hopper is what allows all the balls to pay out through the machine. So anyway, let me see if we can pay out enough balls to get that hopper to light up. Okay, there you have it. The light came on. The hopper in the back of the machine is now low, or almost empty. So fill the hopper back up with balls. And you see the light comes on. It goes out. Empty some of these balls out. If you want this many balls in a parlor, you'd be doing fairly well. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll install glass in the machine and play some games so you can see that the firing mechanism is working. So there's a lever in the back of the machine here that allows you to open the door. You lift up on it and the door can open. So now with the glass in the machine, let me fire some balls and see if we can get some jackpots. So there you see the mechanism is working. All you do is put your fingers on the lever here, the rest. You use your thumb to depress the lever. It's spring-loaded. You hold it down to a position you want and you just release it. The further down you hold it before you release it, the stronger the ball will fire through the playfield. And that's how you can control the game. It's basically if you want to shoot the balls to the right of the playfield, the center, or the left. It's just by how much you depress the lever before you release it. So now, let me show you the rear of the machine and show you the mechanism that's usually missing on these machines. I don't know if it's centered or not. Let's see. Yeah, it's still fairly centered. Okay, let me push the tripod forward a little. Okay, right here is the mechanism in question. There's two metal bars right here, and each of those are connected to the tulips in the front of the machine, as well as a bar here, and they're all connected to those tulips. So this one mechanism is what allows all the tulips to open when the ball goes through the bowling alley here. And you see it's very delicate, very light. But this piece is normally missing from what I've seen on every bowling machine from Nishijin anywhere online. So I've never seen a photograph of this complete mechanism. So there might be something missing on it, another counterbalance. So what I did to balance it out so it's delicate enough to be triggered by the weight of one ball is I hot glued two nuts to the mechanism. And the reason I use hot glue is that they can be removed if you want to put the mechanism back to stock. But the weight of these two nuts, and it took a long time to figure out where to place nuts, what to use for weights, etc., to get this to balance out just as it should be. So what happens is, when the tulips are open like they are now, this goes down and the tulips are in the closed position with these little wire forms up here. When this is pressed down by the ball, it has to lower these two rods, or three of them. There's one here in the middle too. All three tulips have to be opened by the weight of one ball, plus this whole mechanism has to shift with the weight of the one ball, which is so light it's nearly impossible. So the ball goes down, it opens up the wings on all those tulips in the front by lowering these levers here, and then it comes back up when a ball goes back inside one of the tulips. So it's a very complex mechanism. It's based on the weight of one ball. It's a very odd design. So anyway, that's the bowling pachinko. I'll show you that this is the back of the hopper. I'll load some balls. This hopper is the main hopper that holds all the balls. You want to fill this up to as much as you can. This automatically feeds this tray here, which is your jackpot tray. This is the tray that pays out all of your jackpot balls. So this tray goes through this area here, over this seesaw here, through this mechanism here, and pays out your balls in the front of the machine. So it's a very mousetrap type of situation here with mechanics. One thing you want to know when you get the machine, you want to make sure that this lever here that says shut and open is in the shut position. That's raised up. If this is in the open position, all the balls will drain out of the machine, out of the back here, and you don't want that. You want balls all over the floor of your house. Also, this white mechanism here is called a seesaw. It teeters to the right and left, and this helps your jackpot mechanism pay out. You always want it to be in the up position on the right side, in the orientation that it is right now. If it's down, the game won't pay out. You'll get jammed balls. And if anytime this is in the down position, the light will be on as if it's paying a jackpot. So that'll tell you that the machine isn't orientated correctly to start a game. You want to make sure the light's out and that this seesaw is up on the right, and that's how that light goes out. So you want this seesaw always to be up on the right side before you start a game. And basically that's all there is to it. There's a excuse me, a 9-volt battery here for the lights. You don't have to turn it off, as long as you don't have to disconnect it. As long as the lights are out, it's not draining anything, and it only comes on when the lights come on. They're LEDs, so they should last for a long time. But what I do is I just slide this connector off to the right or left of the contact. I don't actually connect it, and that makes it become a switch, so you can see how that works. I'll turn the light on, you just slide it over to the left, and now it's off. Slide it to the right, and now it's making contact. So there's no switch, you just slide the contact back and forth. You don't even have to connect it. And the 9-volt battery should last a very long time on this machine. So basically, that's the Nishijin Bowling Pachinko machine. And now that it's a little closer, I don't know, I have the glass on, maybe you could see the bowling alley better. Let me take the camera off the tripod. That's a lot of glass reflection. But there's the bowling alley. It's probably not in focus because we have all the glass reflections. You see the two gutters on the side and the pins up there on the back. It's a pretty cool machine. So anyway, that's Bowling Pachinko. That's been completely restored, and I don't know if it's one of the rare ones that has the working mechanism that's still attached. There is a cover that goes on the back of that mechanism, but it was broken on this machine, and it's kind of pointless to put it on because it's basically a dust cover and a protector from the back mechanism from being touched or damaged. And who knows, maybe that's why they're missing on a lot of machines. Those covers break off easily and the mechanism gets damaged and they just toss them. So what happens is you can still play the game, the tulips are still open and closed, but individually. If you get a ball within the bowling alley, you might get just this will appear to open. The rest won't all open. That's the only difference. And yeah, I think that's it. You just won't get all 4 to open at once when you get a ball down the bowling alley. And really, you wouldn't even notice that feature missing, which is what I think a lot of people don't even realize, that all 4 are supposed to open when you get a ball down the center of the bowling alley. So anyway, I've been babbling. This is a pretty long video, and I hope you liked it. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have a pinball machine or pachinko machine that needs restoration or repairs, contact me at PinTech on Facebook. If you like my videos, even though I don't really show you detail of work involved, which is something I'm really lacking, I just show you the finished product, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.